Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back. It's another video. This is the first video that I've recorded in quite some time. All the past videos that you guys have been watching over the last week or so have been pre-recorded. I went to the beach. I went back home to visit family, and I'm finally back in Orlando. I got my good microphone back. I got everything, the normal setup, and I'm back to just casually playing games. Jumped on State of Decay 2 for a while. Was trying to get back into the gist of it, and I wanted to make a video and talk to you guys about Outposts because this is something that I really struggled with when I first started playing the game, not knowing what Outpost to take and kind of just like panic taking Outposts, if that makes any sense. Like I would get low on food and freak out and just build. All my outposts would be like food outposts, and then they would all be fuel, and I just kind of kept going back and forth. And I wanted to make a video to help some of you guys out because I know most of you guys that watch my videos for State of Decay 2 at least are just casual players, and I know a lot of you guys grill me in the comments saying, oh, you just talk about basic stuff that everybody knows. And I know a lot of you guys probably play the game much more than I do and have a better understanding of everything, but I really just for this video I wanted to give you guys my opinions and my thoughts on which outposts that I think are the best and which ones that I think you should run for the different occasions that you're in. So like, for example, you know, you might need a food outpost more than another guy watching this video might need a fuel outpost. So hopefully by the end of the video, I'll be able to hopefully have dropped a little bit of knowledge into your head and given you an idea of what to choose. So the first thing that I want to point out is that me personally, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will agree with as well, is that the power and water supply outposts are the key. I feel like those are the most important. Having power to your base is something that's life-changing when it comes to the game, right? Like the game is completely different, and it's something that you'll notice if you don't normally have power. When you do have power, if you're not, you know, giving up, making a lot of noise for zombies to come and attack you every 5 minutes, it's so different, right? Like it's easier to navigate around your base. You have lights, you have everything, and your people are happy, and people are always ready to go and do stuff. Nobody's frowning, and morale's not low. Everything's generally good. So I think it's very, very important to have power. The water right alongside of that. I think the three special outposts are power, water, and artillery. Now, to be honest with you guys, artillery is kind of just, I feel like it's a side thing, right? Like it's nice to have. It's a special outpost, but it's not a necessity. And I personally think that the power and the water are the most important. Now, obviously, for those of you that have been playing the game for a while now, have understood that, yeah, you know, you can have a solar array, you can collect rainwater. There's all kinds of different ways that you can do that without having to waste an outpost spot. And if you like that, then I'm all for that for you. People kind of have different opinions. Like, to be honest, you could run it completely backwards, right? So like I could have a solar array, and then I could use my outpost for like food and fuel, right? Or something random like that. Or I can use my outpost for the power and then use my building spots for food and fuel or whatever. So, I mean, it really doesn't, you can kind of do it either way. It doesn't matter that much. It kind of comes to just personal preference and the base that you're in, right? Like if you don't have a whole lot of spots, maybe you want to save, you know, that solar array spot for maybe a garden or something, then you can get a power outpost if it's nearby or something. It really just depends on how you want to maneuver it, but I truly think that power and water are the most important things in the game. Now, when it comes to picking other outposts like food, fuel, ammo, whatever it be, the first thing you want to pay attention to is what you need the most. What is it that you are always struggling and spending more time going after? For me, I think when I first started, it was food. Now that I've played the game for a long time, I'm sure like a lot of you guys have kind of gotten to a rhythm, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and I don't really struggle that much anymore. But when I first started playing the game, food was something that I really struggled with, especially since I wanted to just have as many community members as possible. I would always run low on food, and I feel like I wasted so much time going after food around the map that by the time I collected it and got back, I was already running low again, and I just spent so much time doing it, so I would just make food outposts. And for me, that was a good thing. That was a good thing to have. And for a lot of you guys that are in the same situation as I was, having that food outpost is going to be smart. Now, if you're in the same boat but with a different type of material or whatever, so let's say, for example, fuel. Fuel is what you spend a lot of time going after. It might be smart for you to get a fuel outpost, right? Like you want to save as much time as you can so that you can focus on the game and really just having fun. It's not fun to have to spend the whole time looking for food or looking for fuel. You want to be able to do these side quests. You want to be able to explore and get new places and try new things out. So always pay attention to what it is that you're struggling looking for. If you like to shoot lots and lots of guns and you don't really do a lot of melee attacks, having ammo is going to be very important as well, especially if you have watchtowers in your base, right? If you're always opening your ammo to get ammo for your weapons, your ammo rucksacks to get ammo for your weapons, then you're going to need to get more ammo. So it really just depends on the type of player that you are. And I think it's very important to pay attention to that. The second thing that I think is also fairly important is the type of base that you're in and the location that your base is. So I know people always have favorite bases. A lot of you guys, when I was making the videos, giving you guys tours of the different bases around the map, some of you absolutely loved one of them, and some of you absolutely hated it. So, I mean, obviously, it's the way the world works. Everybody has different opinions about certain bases, but if one's bigger than the other, maybe it doesn't have as many large spots as you need, so you need to save an outpost for power, or maybe you want to use the solar array. Maybe you do have plenty of room, and you want to use your outpost for food or something that's a little more common. It really just depends on how you want to go with that. But location is very important as well, and the reason for that, I think it's really cool to have like the power station or the water supply or whatever near your base, right? I think that's cool. I know a lot of people like having their outposts across the map because you're able to access your inventory. So if you're across the map scavenging or exploring, you're able to find your inventory, which is, again, very smart. It's just something that you really need to think about when you're creating your base and picking your location. If you're planning on moving a lot, if you're planning on trying to get the biggest base on the map that you're playing on, I wouldn't recommend going overboard, trying to overpower your outposts and spending too much time trying to settle in when you should be focused on trying to get as much experience points as possible so that you can move. So personally, I think it all depends on where you're at and where you're happy with or what you're happy with in the game, right? Like if you're happy with a small little house and you're cool with not having power, if you're one of those guys that doesn't really care, then yeah, like I'm all for using the outpost for the smaller things like food. But to be honest, I think the power and the water is more important. I've said it a million times. You guys are going to grill me in the comments. I know you are, but that was my opinion. That's how I feel. To be honest, I want to know how you guys feel. I know a lot of you have mixed opinions about what I'm talking about when it comes to Outposts and what you like to have and where you'd like to have it. Let me know and let everybody else know watching the video what your setup kind of is and like the setup that you generally run when it comes to Outposts, so that other players and myself included can find different ways to attack that. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys want to grill me, go for it. Leave a comment down in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next video. Can we be friends?